When I was shopping online recently, I was like, ooh, I'm going to get that because I cannot control myself. Hello! Hi everybody! I hope everybody is doing good today. I am coming at you today with a naked face because today we are going to do a review and wear test on a new foundation and I am hella stoked. Let's do it. This is the No.7 I'm assuming it's No.7 Airbrush Away foundation. I bought this at Ulta and I tried this on my hand in store. Did not buy it that day, but I was hella intrigued by it, and so then when I was shopping online recently, I was like, ooh, I'm going to get that because I cannot control myself. Let's check out what the website claims are on this guy quickly before we get into it. From Ulta, this is the Airbrush Away foundation from No.7. I paid $17.99 for this puppy. That is a lot more than I usually pay for a foundation. Let's just start with that. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. I'm open and I have high hopes. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 colors. Ooh. They do not go very dark at all. It looks like the darkest should be wheat because of the way they're laid out, but it looks to me that the darkest is chestnut. The lightest is calico. I tried it on my hand in store. It looked good to me. Let's hope that I wasn't going crazy because it doesn't look like crazy light in here and it doesn't look crazy light on the website, but give it a shot. But yeah, the darkness is like not there, not coming through on that one. In the details, it says that clever optical blurring powders in the No.7 Airbrush Away foundation give a velvet yet radiant finish, like your complexion has been placed into soft focus. It says for best results, always shake before use. To draw the foundation up into the dropper, ensure that the cap is fully screwed down, interesting, and squeeze the bulb gently to dispense a few drops on the back of your hand, and then starting from the center of your face, blend outwards using a foundation brush. So they don't use brush, they don't say brush or sponge. That's interesting. JoJo would like in. Here's Yoko. She's very, she doesn't like being held. And she's very, anxious. She's like, put me down. So interesting that it doesn't say brush or sponge. It only says brush. We're still gonna try it with the sponge. If it didn't work, it doesn't work. So yeah, that's basically it. Let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to be using this foundation brush today. This is just a kind of generic foundation brush that I've gotten from Amazon. It's domed, but pretty dense. And then I'm also going to be using the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge for the other side, if it works. It said to put the drops on the back of your hand. I'm going to use a little palette, but you can obviously use the back of your hand. As you can see, I've got a lot of redness to cover up, a little bit of acne happening, but mainly scars and redness, nothing really like too current. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to get my nose ring fixed today, so if that has been bothering you, rest assured I just have not made it to the fucking piercing place yet. There's no piercing place within like fucking 45 minutes of my home, so like we have a tattoo shop like down the corner, but no piercing place. So it said to shake well. Doesn't sound very liquidy when you shake it. Like I can hear a little bit, but not a lot. And then it said to squeeze it to fill the dropper. You squeeze it while it's fully closed, so, which is weird. Big reveal. Oh. So yeah, I think that looks pretty similar to the NYX dropper if I'm not wrong. But it's definitely full of foundation there. Shall we start? Yes, yes we shall. Let's start with the sponge. So I'm gonna put just a few drops here. That's 1, 2. That is gonna be enough, I think. It's a little thick for a dropper, like for drops. NYX is much more liquidy than this. And blow it up, spread it out just a little bit. Put it on a sponge, and here we go. It feels like nothing. Okay, so that's about all of the foundation that was on the little thing, and about half my face. The coverage is not very much there, so I wonder if that's because it's a sponge. We shall see. So let's do this side now. I'm gonna take about the same amount and try to get about the same amount. That's 1 drop, technically. That's maybe a little bit more than I had with the sponge. Clinging to my dry patches there kind of strangely, but a lot more coverage than the sponge. Which, you know, to be fair, they said to use a brush. So it's definitely more coverage, but I still ended up using the full amount and I didn't quite get to my forehead yet. Alright, so definitely I prefer the brush. It does look a little cakey, especially around the nose. So this is the brush side. It definitely looks like a little cakey around the nose. The nose cornered. Not really feeling that. And it looks just kind of like a little bit heavy on just on the general cheek area, but I can definitely see a little bit more coverage than the sponge side. So this is the sponge side. As you can see, I think the sponge kind of ate some of it, and then I also think it just kind of like didn't dispense it very well. Yeah, like I said, there's also a little bit of clinging to dry patches happening, which is très ennuyeux. So let's do a little bit more here. See if it's buildable. So far I've used quite a decent amount of this. Just, you know, for fucking $18, just saying. I mean, it is buildable, but it still looks like a little bit cakey, a little bit caked up. But that's, you know, we're working with it. Try and get what I didn't get over here. Don't mind my earlobe, it's kind of bruised right now. I mean, it's definitely kind of velvety looking. I think that was a good PR word, because it definitely like kind of cakey, velvety kind of thing. That's all I'm gonna do. 2 little, what do you call it, 2 coats. So that was 3 drops total, 1 on each, 3 sections of drops total, 1 on each side, and then 1 to kind of blend and split the whole 2. Not super full coverage. As you can see, still see spots on me and stuff like that. Again, my nose is not killing it. And yeah. So yeah, I'm going to, it does not feel like I need to powder it right now. I'm gonna put some concealer on and maybe just like a very light bit of powder. Because lately I feel like I've been leaving the house. See, yeah, no, I am gonna powder it just a little. I feel like lately I've been leaving the house thinking that I don't need to powder, and then I'll get out and I'll be like, yeah, I should have powdered. So let me do that and I will return. All right, I did just a little bit of concealer. I used the Sephora Gel Serum Concentrate Concealer. I'm trying to use that puppy up. It's very low. And then a little bit of NYX Lavender under the eyes with that. And then I powdered very lightly with the Laura Geller Balance and Brighten powder in Porcelain. And then I just quickly kind of filled my brows in just a very little bit with ColourPop's brow pencil in Blonde. It is 12:37 right now. 12:38, sorry, whatever. Let me quickly take a photo in flash and non-flash. Let's start with non-flash. I always like trying to figure out what. And then let's see in flash here. Flash, it does not look bad. This is a good one for flash for sure. And on camera in general, it doesn't look that bad. It definitely looks like a little cakey, which it is, but it doesn't look nearly as bad as I thought it was going to. My shirt, I have a hair on my shirt. Wonderful. Fabulous. All right. So yeah, let's just zoom in really quickly for like one kind of final little look-see here. I'm going out later tonight for dinner, so I will be doing like eye makeup later today, but right now I'm just kind of like running errands and doing house stuff, so I'm not gonna like do it right now. I'm not trying to rock a full look to Walmart, you know. So let's zoom in real quick and then we will just catch up later. So I have a nail mark on my forehead. I don't know how that happened or what. But yeah, so this is the side that I did the brush on originally. And the nose looks a little bit better, but not a lot. This is the side I started out on the sponge with, but I did go back in with the brush. The pores look okay, like they don't look crazy horrible. It just kind of like, especially here for some reason, on both sides, it looks a little cakey. I don't know why that is. It's very strange, but you know, forehead's looking okay, between the brows a little bit cakey, but you know, I'm not surprised. All right, so as I said, it is 12:40 in the afternoon and I have a lot of stuff to do today, so I will be going around. We'll give this thing a full test. It does not have any time claims on it, so it's very sneaky. I will check in with you guys later today and we'll see you then. Bye. It is hot as a motherfucker, and I'm sure you can tell. You see my adorable cat ears headband and my 1-800-BE-QUIET shirt. I am so hot I don't even want to wear it right now. It's very warm today. 90 something. Sorry to blind you with the mirror. It's 90 something, and foundation's not killing it. Not killing it. Not killing it at all. If by killing it you mean like murdering me, then yeah, sure. It is 7:08 in the PM, which was what, 12 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, 6 to 7. About 7 hours away at time. And it's not looking good. Let me show you what it looks like before I do some blotting here. Keep in mind that I had to get ready to go to dinner, and so I put on mascara and highlight and blush and lipstick and all that. At that time, I powdered again. So yeah, look at those sunglasses marks. Looking good, right? Not at all. We've got major creasing, major rubbing off. Looks like it oxidized just a tiny bit, but not enough that it's too dark for me. Let's do some blottage. Tatcha blotting papers. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, like my mascara is running and that hardly ever happens, but still, I've been in just as hot of weather with less shitty results. Alright, looks like that's about as good as it's gonna get. Looks a little less shiny now. Still looks shit. Nose looks like shit. Just in general, it does not look good. No bueno. Look at that forehead. Forehead is a no bueno. So yeah, overall, what do I think of this? I'm not into it. Definitely for $17.99, no. I feel like that's really overpriced, especially for what this is. It definitely caked up on me. I can't apply it with a sponge, which is kind of like a drawback for me, because it's like I like to have the possibility of doing both. It was cakey, couldn't apply it with a sponge. It's expensive for what it is. It's expensive for No.7. I mean, it's not a fucking, yeah, it's expensive. It rubbed off, sunk into my pores, and just in general didn't do a ton for me. Even the coverage with the brush, the 2 layers, what have you, was still, I still had to use a little bit of concealer here and there, you know, so like it wasn't like completely full coverage. This is a wah-wah for me. I'm probably going to return this because $17.99 is a lot of money to pay for something that you don't like at all. So that is it for me on this one. Yeah, comment down below. Let me know if you've tried the No. 7 Airbrush Away foundation and if you liked it or not. Have you tried any of the other No. 7 foundations? Because I would be open to it. I know they're more expensive, but you know, there's quite a few different, like there's at least 3 different types, and so I would be up for trying a different type. Like the video if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to see videos similar to this. I put out videos whenever I feel like it, which is usually Mondays at noon, PST represent. I will see you guys next time. Bye!